Well, hello there, Aries. Welcome to Pirate Readings and Happy New Year. We are still in Louisiana, but we are going to be talking about December 29th through January 4th, as well as doing the full overview. And January is always a big month. It has 5 weeks in it, so we're going to have the 5 columns, and then we'll have the 3 rows as per usual. And we are going to go back to some old favorite things to do, including the pocket full of rocks. And of course, we're going to start by lighting a candle, all right? So let us go on ahead, get that candle lit. It's a beautiful candle. It's the same one as last month, and I gotta tell you, it still smells divine, so yay. It has some sandalwoodiness in it and some cardamom musk, which I don't know what that is, but I love, love, love it. It's so divine. So, excellent. Let's go ahead and get you a guiding card for the month. I have brought in another new deck. I think you'll like it. It's the Spiral Oracle. We are going to go ahead and pick that card. This is a pre-programmed deck for you. So everything here's been pre-programmed. We don't need to spend a lot of time shuffling cards. That's not what I do. All right, let's pull a card for you, Aries. What is going on for you? The one that revealed itself the most wants to come out and play. I'm just going to go with it, all right? Remember, I am also an Aries, so all of this is relevant to me personally. Let's look at this card. This is called the Flower of Life. Wow, what a card. Look at that beauty. My goodness, she is awesome. There's a lot of intricate things going on behind her. She is so stunning. Let's look at this. Oh yeah, I mean, wow. And what I'm getting from the card is very much so about how the beautiful things that we've been working so hard for, the joy of living, the joy of being in the moment. It's time. It's time, Aries, for you to step into the moment. Step into that moment. Be here now. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy the joy, right? There's been a lot of work going on, and yes, this was January, and you're definitely going to be doing your thing, but you're definitely going to want to appreciate it from that perspective of, look at where I am and look what I'm doing, right? And that's cool. So you're going to have a good time with that, and I really appreciate that this is you having the time of your life and stopping and smelling those flowers and appreciating where you are in that moment. It's going to be super cool for you. Wow, look at you. You've been grinding it out over this past year, but now you're in it. You're going to be smelling that flower of life. You are going to be appreciating every nuance of being here, being in the moment, and having a good time with it, all right? So I'm going to save that card right there. And we have, of course, we're going to use the Magical Nordic Tarot to do the overview, again, as usual. And yeah, we have a lot of really cool things happening. So while I lay out these cards for you, I'll talk to you about the messages from my better angels, all right? So let's look at what's happening now, all right? Pre-programmed as per usual. We're going to do the 5 columns, where we are, what's blocking us, and what our solution is. It will be the other 2 rows, right? This is where we are. What's blocking us? So my better angels have been talking to us about staying in our lane. Isn't that interesting, right? So there's 2 things happening. One of them is we're stepping into confidence. We're stepping into that place of understanding who we are, where we came from, what we're doing here. We're feeling our oats. We're feeling very comfortable with who we are, what we've created. We are knowing that we have all the tools at our disposal. We're very magician-y. We're very much so, all right, I got this. Throw some shit at me. I'm good, right? That's how we're feeling. We're feeling so very confident. The confidence is awesome, and it's going to help us because now that we're confident in what we're doing and how we're doing it, We need to remember that we're not an expert in every other thing, and that we don't need to go and help anybody else unless they ask, okay? So I know Aries, we like to jump in even before it's suggested to us that we might. So in this moment of now, we're going to be, for the month of January, we're going to stay in our own lane. We're going to take care of us and take care of what we're doing and not really fuss about with other people's stuff unless we're specifically asked. I know that's tough sometimes because we watch things, we're like, it's like watching things unfold in the wrong direction. You're like, and unless bodily injury is imminent, there's really no reason for us to step in, right? If we go stick our fingers in that mess, guess what? We just get messy. And other people may need to grow through that process. And if we keep taking it out of their hands, we will deprive them of the opportunity to grow. So yeah, I'm seeing us needing to take the hands-off approach. It will be difficult, I know, for some of us Aries to genuinely step back and let other people grow in their own way and in their own time, but it's time for us to do some of that. It's a little bit of self-care, it's a little bit of, you know, whatever, you do you, and I'm gonna do me. So I'll watch you guys run around with that ladder for a while, and it'll be amusing to me, but I don't have to stop you or show you how to do that or educate you about anything that I already know because I know stuff. I can, in fact, step back and let you do what you need to do. All right? So, you do you, and I'm going to do me. All right? Because it's all right. And we can, in fact, stay in our lane that way. There are other areas where we might want to, you know, help other people because we think our best interests are at heart, of course. But we need to really let people grow through things. You know, they'll never expand, they'll never learn to run that fast if they don't have to run that fast. So, whether it's your kids or your bestie who's fumbling around in the dark, you gotta let them fumble. They'll never find the switch. They'll never figure out the height of the switch in the dark or the angle or the distance from the wall plate if we just keep putting on our flashlight, okay? So, there's that thing. We just have to be a little more patient while we wait for others to catch up. All right? I know that sounds a little weird, but I think it's true and honest for all of us right now to honestly, because this is actually the messages for all signs. So everybody's being asked to pull your hands back inside your ride car, okay? And don't do that, okay? Everybody needs to take care of themselves. And that will be a good thing, all right? So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the overview, eh? Here we are. These are those beautiful cards. We have the December 29th through the 4th, all the way through the 26th of December through February 1st, all right? We're going to go into this. We'll do the overview, and then I'll go in depth on this first week, all right? So let's look at what we have here. December 29th through January 4th, we're looking at the Knight of Cups. Fighting for your heart's desire, fighting for what you want. So there's some things going on this particular week where you're going to be trying to make sure all your ducks are in a row and everything is lined up properly, and you're going to need to do some work to make sure that everything is going where you want it, okay? Do the things you need to do to make it happen. It's quite possible for it all to work out perfectly. It's just one of those things where you gotta do some things, right? You have to be, this is an action card. It speaks to taking action to make things happen the way you want them, okay? What's blocking you this particular week? We are talking about the 9 of Wands. Being in a position where you're wanting to stand up for yourself and be super strong and all that good stuff is true, okay? You're never going to want to compromise who you are personally, but there might be moments where you want to look at something that somebody else says and go, maybe they have a point. And that is totally up to you to take that information and absorb it. And, I mean, because it's blocking you right now, you could be being your fantastical, stubborn self, which is entirely possible. And entirely probable. I want you to be cautious and careful about being too stubborn, because we don't want to be in a position where we're pushing people away so much that we can't appreciate who we are, what's going on, and all the other things, okay? Because this is, I feel like you're going to get something brought to you, maybe by a family member or a sibling who's going to be saying, hey, what if you did da-da-da-da-da? And you go, huh. You want to just dismiss it out of hand. You're like, no, never mind. But the answer is, what? What did you say there? I would like to hear more about that. I'm curious what you meant by that. And by being open to the conversation and the curiosity of that, it will help you to better understand what's happening, okay? So we want you to be open to the conversation, all right? At least inside your head. You don't have to do it on the outside. You might put up a front on the outside and say, nope, not going to do it. And that's okay. But this is for now. Don't block everything from seeping into your head while you hold yourself together, okay? We'll get more information in a minute, all right? Your solution, though, is to maybe look at getting some financial advice, okay? So you want to make sure that as you go, you're considering the possibilities of taking care of your money, all right? More information about money is always a good thing, okay? Little by little, it'll all get taken care of, but you want to make sure that you're taking good care of yourself, all right? This is a good thing, not a bad thing, all right? Now then, so we'll get we'll go in depth at this at the end of this video, all right? Let's talk about the 5th through the 11th of December, January. Oh my goodness. Happy New Year. And my head is stuck in the month, all right? Well, I'm doing these videos in December before Christmas, so here we are. Oh, let's talk about the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands, Aries, is talking about how there is indeed an opportunity happening for you where you're going to want to get people together. You know, let's get a few people together to help me do this one thing, all right? So you might need a little bit of help this particular week from the 5th through the 11th, all right? Don't be afraid to rally your troops. Getting people to rally around you or coming together around you to do a thing, okay? You might need a little help, and that would be okay. The next, where you're blocked this particular week, Queen of Swords. Oh, the Queen of Swords. There might be somebody standing in your way, swinging their power around, or this has it's putting off vibes of you maybe being a little too bossy, even as you're rallying the troops. You might be blocking yourself by being a little too bossy, okay? So try not to be too bossy, all right, in that moment. I know it's so easy to embrace the moment and be that person who knows stuff, but remember we were talking about staying in our lane? Now I know why, because maybe we need to stay in our lane this week, okay? Try really hard to only rally troops for yourself if you need to, and you don't need to tell anybody else what to do in the moment, all right? But there's interesting, this card here is talking about a partnership of some sort. So you do have the potential for a partnership at this time. Somebody you might meet up with and go, hey, I know you. Hey, I know you. And I'd like to know you better. So there's something going on here that could be very relationship oriented or a partnership. It doesn't have to be about relationships or heart stuff per se, but it could definitely be about somebody you meet up with that you go, hey, we should do something together, and that would be a good thing. And now you're looking at a work partner maybe, and that would be a good thing. Nice. Nobody has to work alone. All right. Very cool. I like that. So let's go ahead and look at the 12th through the 18th of January. Indeed, we have an opportunity is presenting. Where are you at this particular week? A potential to sabotage yourself and make things a little bit worse for yourself. So I want you to be cautious and careful. Make sure you're in your own lane, of course, but also make sure that you're not overspending, overeating, or doing any of the other fun things that you do sometimes that make it hard for you to be a part of the world, right? If that means isolating, then be careful that you're not isolating too much, okay? Be aware that you don't have to be an isolator. You can be, let me go out into the world. Let me go be me. Let me go do what I need to do. It's going to be great, all right? Because I think you would like to be more a part of the world. You're going to be a little friendly here. I want you to stay friendly, stay outside, to stay with people if you can. I think it would be very good. But don't sabotage yourself by not getting enough rest. That would be important as well. We'll go into this closer to that week, okay? Now, we have the Three of Wands. What's blocking you? Oh, yeah. You've learned lessons in the past, and you're blocked from hearing them, so that's terrible. Especially when you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're like, oh, I've done this before. Yay! No, I'm not listening to it. I'm going to keep going. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. This could also have to do with this potential partnership / relationship. So you might just damn the torpedoes and get into some sloppy little mix-up in a relationship situation where, hey, let's do this. Ta-da! Who cares what it turns out like? Ba-boom! So you might be having that kind of situation. And of course, the Four of Wands showing there might be a mind meld, meaning somebody else wants to sabotage their life at the same time. Whoop, whoop! And so you might have one of those crazy little, this has potential to be a fling, like a little 2-week fling or 1-week fling that could be super fun, super sweet, super kind, super interesting, but you might not be getting done your work, and you might not be getting anything done, but you'll both be on the same page. Ta-da! So, you'll both mutually be screwing things up for yourselves timing-wise, so just be aware of that and realize what you're doing when you're doing it, okay? Because you don't have to do that if you don't want to, but it kind of looks like you want to. So, moving on to the 19th through the 25th of January, all right? Oh, dear. We have the Ace of Cups. Look at you. It looks like there might be the gift of love happening here. What is that? So this wild, freaky little experimento thing turns into a blossoming love because Aries falls in love so quickly. You are easy to fall in love. When you finally feel like you can drop the wall, you do, and it's so intense. So some intense love situation might be going on at this time. This could be your crush turning into something more for you. I hope that it's mutual. We hopefully will find in another reading somewhere along the lines somebody that will mirror this moment, and it will be something where you're not alone in the project. I really hope so. The Ace of Cups showing that you're falling in love. That's very cute. What's blocking you is the Fool. So you're not in a position to jump wholeheartedly into a situation. So whatever's something may be blocking you from doing that right away. Be aware of that you could be held back from doing this jumping thing. It could be a lot, and I don't want it to be terrible for you, but I do want you to be aware of it and think it through, okay? So you're not a person who's completely without capacity here. But jumping in would block you from your regular path, okay? So we know that you being in love and jumping wholeheartedly into this relationship could slow you down, all right? Your solution is to focus on the money. You have enough of it to take care of your business and a little extra, but by all means, if you stay focused on the money, it will keep you out of the relationship, all right? It's about a choice, picking a choice to, it looks to me like from the Lovers to the Seven of Wands, you're going to have a wild week, which is super cool, and it's going to mess up your heart a little bit, and then you're going to get your head back on straight and go, okay, back to work. All right, back to work. So you're going to refocus here once that's done, all right? Whew, quite a lot going on. This is, of course, the 19th through the 25th of December, of January. My goodness, I cannot switch months. I'm so sorry. This is so crazy. All right, moving on to the January 26th through February 1st, we have the World. This is all about starting new things and completing old things and finishing one thing and getting into the new thing. It has everything to do with continuing forward in a wonderful way, all right? I feel like in your mind, you're going to close the door on all of whatever this crazy week was. You're like, all right, cool, 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 cool. I can put that in my diary and it'll be awesome. But I got to close that door. Whoop, you're going to compartmentalize something. Whoop, send it over there so that I can be way over here. Okay? And when you do that, it will help you tremendously to move forward. All right? Of course, the magician shows up saying, hey, you got all the tools at your disposal, but no, you don't. They're blocked. All your tools are blocked. So you're doing this thing on the fly and raw, meaning that you don't have your tools, you don't have all the things you need. You're going to be fumbling around kind of in the dark in this moment, okay? So you're going to be like, I can compartmentalize this. I'm smart. I'm capable. Blah, blah. Oh, brother. It's going to hurt, okay? I think you're going to go through some pain in this process. We'll get more information as we come up to it, but I can see for me, and I know this is going to be me too. I'm an Aries. That, yeah, I mean, I got a big plan. I've got this huge plan. I'm going to just keep moving. I'm going to close that door. I'm going to move on to this thing. It's going to be great. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. I'm so smart. Guess what? No tools. Shit. Got to do this by hand without a single thing. I'm going to have to MacGyver this one. And it's not going to be easy. You're going to feel like little leaks in the feelings department everywhere you go. It's going to be very difficult for you to circumnavigate the project. It's like, all right. But the good news is your solution is to help others a little bit if you can. Maybe your job is about you helping others instead of you jumping out of your lane per se, but stay in your lane and help others simultaneously. I think that when you do that, you will in fact be in a position to, work through your stuff. All right. So you can work through your stuff while you're doing your thing. All right. And that's going to be how that finishes. But wow, look at you having a whirlwind relationship. Look at you opening up. Okay, so we're going to save these cards off to one side as we do. And indeed, we will start to go in depth on this very first week of January. Yes, January. Look at me go. Perfect. And I have this Wild Unknown Tarot that's been perfectly programmed for you. We are going to take a minute and lay out these cards for you. We'll add additional information and see where we get to. All right. So let's see what's happening here. We have the Knight of Cups. We were talking about needing to take some action towards what we want and what we need and what we care about. All right, we're going to take action towards what we care about, making sure that things are getting done and going in the right direction. It's going to be a lot of physical activity in this particular week. All right, and of course, the Three of Pentacles shows there's going to be new information coming to you that other people are thinking about getting you in a position to make more money. So you may be getting notification that they've decided to give you access to something they had told you weren't going to have access to before. So this is good news. I like this very much for you. Many possibilities are possible. This is good. We like it very much. Keep your mind open to the possibilities and be prepared to bend and weave. Because as it comes up, it might be very exciting for you. All right? Now then, this card here is talking about the Empress. You're manifesting anything you want. By telling the universe what you want. So let's be clear. This particular week, you're going to be letting the universe know what you're looking for, what you want, and how you want to get it. And it's going to come to you serendipitously. It's just going to be like, oh, by the way, yes, we're going to let you do that thing and do that thing you do. Okay? Cool. Cool. Okay. Excellent. This is wonderful news. We are excited and happy about that. That is going to be great, great news. Let's talk about what's blocking you, though. We were talking about how somebody might be suggesting that you could be a little bit different. Maybe you should change your mind. Maybe you should change you. It's like, And if they're pointing out a limiting belief that you have, then maybe it's okay to look at that limiting belief and go, maybe I am holding myself back. Maybe. We're giving it some thought. all right? Maybe it is you holding you back, all right? We also have the Eight of Wands saying things are not going to go very quickly. Even as we're talking about all this stuff happening here, it's not going to be fast. So relax. Let things unfold in their own time, okay? Be prepared, but don't try and push the river, okay? You can't make people decide things. All you can do is what you can do and take what you can get, right? Accept what's offered, and if they offer more, great. If they don't offer more, realize even if they do offer more, things are going to take a certain amount of time to come to fruition, and you're going to have to go with it, all right? So be prepared, though. Try to be prepared for whatever comes. The Daughter of Pentacles. We have this Page of Pentacles showing me that there is new information about ways to make more money that may actually block you in this moment. If you're focused too far in the future right now, you may not be in the moment. Right here, be here now. Remember, we were talking about that for the whole month. You need to be here now. Be where you are right now. And that would mean that you would get your focus pulled away. So stay here in the Empress mode. Don't worry about what that is, all right? This is new information, or other people already thinking about new ways to give you more money. This is more another opportunity. Aha. Let's talk now about what your solution is. Okay, we're going to keep our finances focused, and we're going to keep them organized the best we can. We might be getting some financial advice as we work through, all right? So this is interesting. Okay, and now we have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is here showing me that there will be somebody or something that we need to walk away from in order to move forward. It is holding us back. It is no longer helping us. This could be, usually it's relationships, but I'm feeling like in January, the first week of January, you're going to be walking away from an idea, maybe, or something else that you've been working on or working toward. It's been a very, it's part of your limiting beliefs, right? You're coming up with your solution. You're making a decision. It's something that's been very near and dear to your heart for a very, very long time. That it's like, okay, maybe it's time to grow in a new direction. And your brain is registering it as that. Something, you've used this as a protection mechanism for yourself, not a control, but a protection. And maybe you try to protect yourself by controlling everything around you sometimes. Hey, Aries, it's what we do. But at the same time, you may be deciding that maybe being that person isn't what you want to do anymore. It's a personal decision. It is you deciding this. This is not anybody telling you what to do. This is you making a decision after some soul searching. And you decide for yourself what you want to do and how you want to grow. Very cool. Love that. Now, of course, we have the King of Wands. There's a like-minded gentleman or male energy person in the mix. This person is going to be down to earth and easygoing, but they are definitely here. I feel like they're supporting you or offering you insights or information, confirmation maybe. Somebody who is aware of what's possible and also making sure that there is a real reality here that isn't outside the box for you, but at the same time possible. I feel like this person might be showing you an example of what's possible after you release this situation, right? You're seeing an example, as Aries would do. They would only want to do what they know is possible by seeing it in action, right? So you're going to see somebody with this thing that you're releasing in action and be like, ooh, I see what it could be. I think I want what that is. And that will be your inspiration to move forward. Very cool. Love that. Very nice stuff happening here. Good for you. So, ta-da, we have this beautiful overview for this week of December 29th through January 4th. I'm going to get a closing card for you, right? We're going to go ahead and pull one more card. we had the opening card, the Flower of Life, very nice. And we're going to use this cool deck again, put the little witchy cards, love that. And I'm going to pull a card for you. There's that one. All right. And we have authentic. Oh my, look at that. Oop, there you go. Isn't that beautiful? So yeah, authentic. I mean, being your true authentic self is truly the solution in all these moments. And maybe there's part of you that has been hiding yourself away a little bit, maybe not being your true authentic self all the time. And if you really let your hair down, you really let your true freak flag fly, or perhaps it's not even as drastic as all that. It's just you letting your true heart be out and not wearing your armor so much. That would be kind of a neat new trick, right? So sometimes the universe needs us to protect ourselves that way, and I get that. There's some working situations where you really need to continue to wear your armor all the time, no matter what. And then there's others where it's a little less necessary, and maybe you can lighten up on your armor. And maybe that's what we're talking about here. I don't know. But we want you to be more authentic in this moment. And I really love this card. It's quite beautiful. Lovely. All right. So I'm going to set that over here, right here next to our Flower of Life. I'll try not to burn them all up on the candle, right? Don't burn up your cards on the candle. All right. So we're going to go ahead and, I don't need to move those, do I? Nope. So let's get us a pocket full of rocks. I know we haven't done this in a couple of months. It's fun. Let's try it. All right. Look at us. So we have black obsidian. Nice. We have citrine. And we have sapphire. All right. So the black obsidian is keeping us grounded, very much so, grounded and absorbing all the negative energy. Ta-da! Nice. We're going to absorb negative energy this week. That's good news. It could be coming from ourselves, so don't be afraid to carry that bad boy around in your pocket. All right. And citrine is, of course, the emotions. All the emotions that are tied up in your third chakra, and they're all about, yes, this is a first chakra stone, by the way. But this citrine, being a third chakra stone, is all about maintaining an understanding of the emotions that go behind the scenes of possibly this thing where we're maybe holding ourselves back by being inauthentic or wearing our armor, right? And what was the memory? What was the thing that brought us to this? What was the situation? And is it still there? We might have put this on 20 years ago, right? Going, oh, I need to protect myself every day from all this stuff, okay? And now you come out and you're like, it's 20 years later and the bombs are not falling. The situation has changed. That perpetrator guy isn't around anymore. That perpetrator lady, that mean old lady, isn't around anymore. Whoever it was that was making you feel like you needed protection isn't around anymore. And you can move beyond the moment, all right? So we want to move beyond the moments, or acknowledge that the things that we've been protecting ourselves from, it's like coming out of a foxhole 10 years after the war is over, right? So you've been in a foxhole, you've been protecting yourself, great. But the war is over. It's time to move on, all right? Whoo, talk about dropping your shields. Whoo, very exciting for you. No wonder you're terrified and happy all at once. Ha-ha. So yeah, and Sapphire is going to offer you an opportunity to, because this is also, it's a 5th and 6th chakra stone, so it talks from your voice as well as your third eye. So it's sort of along, we'll go long. Dun, dun. And this is all about you being able to see through your third eye what's coming around and what's truly needs to be protected from. Okay, so you're checking the perimeter and going, okay, I don't see anything incoming. So what? Okay, it seems safe. And now you can verbalize the fact that you've been protecting yourself for so long that you've no idea how to maybe be without protection. And so this is a whole thing of coming out, coming away from, dropping all of that armor and discovering who you are as a person, being more authentic and allowing the flower of life, oh my goodness, to unfurl, right? Oh my goodness. This is so beautiful. I cannot believe it. Huzzah! Perfect. Well done, Aries. Well done. I'm going to let those stop. Be right there. And we will, you don't have to carry those rocks if you don't want to. But yes, indeed, they are there for you if you would like them. I think they will certainly be supportive and helpful. I am so happy to be here doing these videos for you. I really hope that you find them helpful. My intention is to help you see what's coming so that you're better prepared for the following week, right? Excellent. Happy New Year again, and we will talk next week about the 5th through the 11th, all right? Thank you so much for being here. I do this for you because I want to and because I love you guys, all right? Thanks for being here. We'll talk soon, all right?